Hey everyone, so today we will discussing about human sexuality and morality together with my group mates.
Sexuality and morality. Sexual perversions. Procreation is one of the ways wherein God endows man the capacity to become his co-creator. This is why God ordained sex as sacred and holy. Sex is properly called a conjugal act because, according to God's plan, it must be done only from the context of marriage. Outside the scope of marriage, sexual gratification becomes sexual perversions. Sexual perversions: homosexuality, lesbianism, masturbation, bestiality, rape, incest. 1. Homosexuality. Effeminacy, being womanish, is not a requirement of homosexuality, nor homosexuality a requirement of effeminacy. Why is homosexuality immoral? It is immoral since it enables sex partners to have sexual gratification without the benefit of procreation. Number 2. Lesbianism. A lesbian or a T-bird is just the opposite of homosexual. Psychologists and medical practitioners of both homosexuality and lesbianism as caused by hormonal deficiency. In principle, the hormonal deficiency in a homosexual and T-bird shall not be considered as their license to commit immoral sexual acts. 3. Masturbation. Derived from the manus meaning hand. An act of sexual stimulation or gratification by the use of the hands. Psychologists and human systems, however, the church views it as immoral since it is against the will of God. Nocturnal ejaculation. A natural influx of seminal fluid of the males, particularly at night time. Outside this ejaculation, it is masturbation. The issue of masturbation is indispensably implicated in other moral issues like test tube babies and surrogate motherhood. Bestiality. The term means sexual contact with animals like a beast, a cow, a carabao, a pig, a horse, a dog, etc. Usually people who do it are psychologically deranged. Its immorality is graver than homosexuality, lesbianism, and masturbation. Number 5. Rape. Not only sexual perversion, it is crime because it is an act committed in violation of a public law, serves as the function of showing the and perpetuating male dominance of women through violence. Our laws define rape as an act committed by having carnal knowledge of a woman. The act of having carnal knowledge of a woman by a man subsistently against without conscious permission or where permission has been extorted by force or fear of immediate harm. Spousal rape occurs when there is a forced sexual intercourse between a husband and a wife. 6. Incest is a sexual intercourse of a mother with a daughter of a son, with a mother of the grandfather with a grandfather, or of an elder brother with a younger sister. Incest is rape. It is also a crime since it is a forcible sexual relationship, a violation of the will of God. It is opposition to the healthy preservation of mankind.
B. Immoral practices related to sex. Under the heading, we will discuss the divorce, adultery, concubinage, premarital sex, and birth control. Divorce. A divorce is a formal ending of marriage. It involves the same process of filing papers with the court to start a legal action, and the court has decision about children, gifts, and assets, and in a divorce. So what are the most common causes of divorce? So there are 4 causes of divorce: lack of commitment, infidelity, extramarital affairs, too much conflict and arguing, and lack of physical intimacy. Under the Family Code of Philippines CF.Art.555, a petition for legal separation may be filed on any of the following grounds: repeated physical violence or grossly abusive conduct directed against the petitioner, a common child, or a child of petitioner; physical violence or moral pressure to compel the petitioner to change religious or political affiliation; attempt of respondent to corrupt or induce the petitioner, a common child, or a child of petitioner to engage in prostitution or connivance in such as corruption or inducement. Final judgment sentencing the respondent to imprisonment of more than 6 years even if pardoned. Drug addiction and habitual alcoholism of the respondent. Lesbianism or homosexuality of the respondent. Contracting by the respondent of a subsequent bigamous marriage, whether in the Philippines or abroad. Sexual infidelity or perversion. Attempt by the respondent against the life of the petitioner. Abandonment of petitioner by respondent without justifiable causes for more than 1 year. Adultery. The act is committed only by married people, and the act is infidelity to the marital partner. The voluntary sexual intercourse between a man and a woman who are not married to each other, but at least one of whom is married person. Adultery is a word for cheating on your spouse with another person. Adultery is not a crime, but some people consider it a sin.
Premarital sex. Premarital sex is the relationship of a couple in which a young woman and young man is already sleeping together without having made a financial decision for each other. The church is not hostile to the body and does not want to spoil the fun of sex for young people, but strongly recommends that full sexual relationship should only be entered into when everything is together. Premarital sex endangers marriage, is an expression of fornication, if not self-indulgence. Okay, next is all about birth control. Birth control is also called contraceptive. Is how you prevent pregnancy. There are many different types of birth control. Only works when you use it correctly. Most teens who get pregnant didn't plan on it. Besides preventing unplanned pregnancy, who have sex must protect themselves from STDs. From those having sex, condoms must be used every time to protect against STDs. Lovemaking is a marriage should mean responsible parenthood. To abstain from sex order to control the number of offspring. Consider your tolerance for the possible side effect associated with a particular birth control method. Some methods pose more side effects, potentially serious than others. Here are some different types of contraceptive. 1 is a cup, 2 combined pills, 3 is condom, 4 is contraceptive implant, and number 5 is contraceptive injection. Making love is another way of saying having sex, though there are usually an implication that making love is a type of a sex that more intimate, romantic, or even spiritual. When two people have make love, the physical act are seen as expression of love between them. Concubinage. The act is an exclusive infidelity of a husband to a wife. It cannot be attributed to a wife against her husband. The Race Penal Code, RCP of the Philippines, defines concubinage as an act done by a husband who shall keep a mistress and a conjugal property, or shall have sexual intercourse, or shall with her in other place. Article 3240, the penalties may be up to 4 years and 1 day, while his concubine may be banished, but may not be in prison. In the Bible, concubine was a woman acquired by a man as a secondary wife. Her purpose was to provide a mate in case of a barren wife, to provide more children, in general to enhance the family workforce, and wealth and to satisfy the men's sexual desire. A concubine was endowed with rights and protection by Heber's law, was not equal status to a wife.